What's up guys? In today's video I'm going to be trying to sort of address the point of what dartboard should you buy. So in the previous video I did a test on a few dartboards. We tested the Balls Advantage, which is that one there. We tested the Unicorn HD2. We also tested the Target Pro Tool, which I turned into a table, and we tested the Blade 5 dual core, which is currently my main board. But we have some new boards to try out. So we have got the Bandit Duro, we've got the Data Dart Elite, we have got the Mission Samurai, and the 180 Gladiator 3. So prices on these dartboards. Obviously price is going to be a really important thing, but the Balls Advantage is like, it's about 80 quid at the moment. I don't know why. They're really hard to find. Unicorn HD2 is about 70-75 quid. The Target Pro Tool is about 40 quid, and then this board up here is about 55 quid. This is the Blade 5 dual core. The Bandit Duro cost me about £75. This one, the Data Dart Elite, was cost me about 40 quid. The Mission Samurai was about 30 quid, and the 180 Gladiator 3. This is the plus, by the way. This is the plus, which apparently is better than the normal 3. That was about 40 quid as well. So let's do some testing. Let's see how they perform. If you have seen my previous video where I tested out the first batch of boards that I just mentioned, go and check it out. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. If you have, then you're all ready to go. But let's do the same with these boards. I'm going to be destroying the treble 3s on these because I want to kind of preserve the board a little bit more than I did on the last video. But let's just start stabbing them with aggressive points. And yeah, so we're going to use the super aggressive Simon Whitlock points, and we're going to be using a smooth point and just seeing what kind of damage it does to the board. So then we'll go through and I'll rank them into my order according to the out of box appearance, because that's important, the firmness of the board, the rough point test, and the smooth point test. So if you want to find out what board you should get depending on your price point, then I'm going to tell you in this video. So stick around, leave a like on it, and subscribe if you're brand new, if you want to see me do more of this. There's a few other boards I haven't tried. There's a Harrows board I haven't tried, and there's a different Balls board and a No-Door board or something. So if you want to see me try them boards at a future date, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're brand new, and yeah, let's start destroying these boards. Okay, here we have all of the boards. This is the Gladiator 3 Plus. This comes with this like locking system for your dartboard. I won't be using that. It comes with all the screws and stuff that you need. That's what you get with that. Very clean looking board. Looks very good. I'm actually quite impressed with that. Few little imperfections here and there, but it's not too bad. Like there's a little nick on that wire, little funny mark there, but it looks alright. Bit of glue in places that you can see. Not insane, not amazing, but it looks quite nice. Next up, the Mission Samurai 2. Now this board kind of almost already looks used. It was the cheapest board there is. It feels nice. The wires are nice. They're not too thick. I think they're about the same width as the 180 Gladiator 3. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't look as clean. Like that treble 19 doesn't look great. There's a few little nicks in places up there as well. But for 30 quid, I'm quite happy with that. But for the price I've paid, that looks like a good board. Comes with, you know, your regular bits and pieces. Next up, we have the Data Dart Elite. This has a really nice number ring on it. First thing you notice is the number ring. It reminds me of the like the HD, the first HD board from Unicorn. But as far as the board goes, that double 18 looks a bit mangled. It's all a bit bent up. Same with that double 12 as well. The wires, they feel fine. Yeah, the wires feel fine. I've seen on Twitter there's definitely the wires are a lot closer to the board here, and here, I don't know if you can begin to see it. The wires are sticking out quite far. So yeah, not great. I would expect better, to be honest, but yeah, not great. Next up, we have the Bandit Duro. So you get a tape measure with it, which is quite cool. You get this little connection thing, screws. I like these. These are quite cool, just to be able to get your board nice and sturdy. Even if I don't use this board, I'll probably use these. You get 4 of them, which is quite good. And yeah, the wire looks like it's in the wrong place there, a little bit. But it is overall quite a nice board. It's a bit gluey in this area as well. Not amazing. The numbering's the same as the balls numbering, with the little weird thing around the outside. If you watched my last video, you'll understand. But so in the previous video, looks wise, I said the number one, the best board was the Unicorn board, and then the Balls Advantage board was the second best looking out of the box. Third was the Winmau board out of the box, and the fourth one was the Target Pro Tour. Now, these ones, best out of the box, I am going to have to say is the Bandit Duro. That's probably the best one out of the box. And then the 180 Gladiator 3, and then the Samurai 2, and then the Data Dart Elite. That's probably the worst out of the box. But if we compare that to the other ones, so I'm going to say number one best looking dartboard out of the box is still the Unicorn HD2. It doesn't beat any of those. None of those boards beat the Unicorn board. Next up, I had the Balls as number two. I want to leave the Balls as number two. I think the Balls is still the second best looking board. Number three, I had the Blade 5, which is still beats all of these boards. Number four, I'm going to put number four as the Bandit, the Shot Bandit is the fourth best board on this. Number five, I'm going to say is the Gladiator 3. Number six is going to be the Target Pro Tour. And number seven is going to be the Mission Samurai 2. And number eight is going to be the Data Dart Elite. That's going to be my out of the box, like, aesthetics, how they look, the appearance of them out of the box. So next up is going to be, we're going to do the firmness, the wear test with the rough points and the smooth points. So let's just get into those. Okay, board number one. We're going to be doing the treble threes today. So keep your eye on the treble threes, but board number one, we'll do 100 stabs with these points, these crazy Whitlock type points, and then we'll do just a normal point as well. So treble threes with these points, and then normal ones in the treble. We'll do a treble seven, shall we? We'll try and see how that goes. So let's get going. Yo, just quickly while you're watching this, if you want to buy these dartboards or if you want to buy any darts equipment, then go to a180.co.uk, use the code TDR, as in the darts referee, and get yourself a nice little discount. Okay, board number one, the Gladiator 3 Plus. The treble 20, or the treble 3, which would be your treble 20, is looking actually, compared to the other boards when we did it, it's actually looking really good. I'm very impressed by that actually. If you saw the other boards, they really got destroyed. The treble 7, which was the smooth points, which actually again that looks quite good. I'm very impressed by that actually. It's not that bad. So the board it's not too hard. The board isn't that hard. On a hardness, it's probably a similar, maybe a little bit more firmer than the Blade 5, but very similar to the Blade 5. It feels like the Blade 5 sort of firmness, but it performed a lot better than the Blade 5. So this is probably my number two board now, as far as the rough test goes. As far as the rough test goes, this is probably my number two board behind the Target Pro Tour. As far as the smooth point goes, it done pretty well, yeah, probably number two or three. That's a good board. I'm very impressed with that. 40 quid for that board, so yeah, if you're looking for a board, the Gladiator 3 Plus, £40, decent board. Next up, we have the Mission Samurai again. These points will be going into the treble 3. The smooth points will be going into the treble 7 100 times. Let's see what kind of damage these take. Let's start off with the crazy points. Okay, very, very, very impressive. This is the Simon Whitlock style dart points, 100 stabs into that treble, and it's taken like no damage at all, almost. Like that's the best. That is easily the best performing crazy point so far. And then the smooth point, it looks quite similar. Like it doesn't even look like I use these points. Like, for the record, I'm using these points. These are like the diamond file Simon Whitlock style points, and it barely done anything to the treble. Compared to the other boards, this is now my number one. This is now my number one on the aggressive points. This is now my number one. My number two is now the Gladiator. Number three is now the Target board. So yeah, 30 quid dartboard. It might not look terribly pretty, but it does the job. Very, very impressive, I must admit. Very cool. As far as the firmness goes on this board as well, it feels very similar to the Target Pro Tour board. Maybe a tiny little bit softer. No, it feels very similar to the Target Pro Tour board. It wouldn't even surprise me if it was like a very similar board or made by the same people behind the scenes, because it's very, very similar to the Target. Not the best aesthetics, but very, very good dartboard overall. Next up, we've got the Data Dart Elite. Let me go grab that. Okay, the Data Dart Elite. This is what I said was the worst looking board upon inspection. It was just kind of like the worst put together board. The wires are a bit heavy over this side. They're a lot more further in over here. The bullseye isn't terribly center, but the number ring's really nice. So I might steal the number ring off this and put it on my current dartboard. But treble threes, that point. Treble sevens, smooth point. Let's do this one first. Let's go. I can already feel this is a softer board. This might take a bit of damage. Again, very, very impressed. Let me show you what the damage is. This is the aggressive point. It barely looks touched. This doesn't look touched at all. This is the smooth point as well. Looks very good compared to like a regular treble. Yeah, that is probably, I'm surprised I'm saying this because the board felt quite soft. The board feels, it feels tougher than the Target Pro Tour and it feels tougher than the Mission board, but not by loads. I'm very impressed by that. That is extremely good. Yeah, the Data Dart, even though your wires are a bit weird and some of the doubles, I think the double 18 I showed was all a bit wonky. You can see like there's a bit of a warp in the wires. But other than that, that's a good board. It's a very good board. Just need to work on whatever the problem is with the wires and stuff, because I've seen a lot of people on Twitter having the same problems. But as far as wear goes, that is a very, very good dartboard. Again, I'm surprised. These boards are coming in clutch. They're coming in very clutch. These are some good boards. Next up is the most expensive board of today. That is the Shot Bandit Duro, £75 dartboard. Let's get it. Okay, final board of this video. If you haven't seen the last video, go and check it out. But we'll find the treble 3, which is down here, and the treble 7. It's a good level of firm. I don't want to stab the board already because I kind of, yeah. This is a good level of firm though. Right, let's just get cracking. Let's just go. Great board again. This is the treble where we're using the aggressive points, bit of wear, but it was quite good. And then this is the non-aggressive points. It doesn't heal terribly well, but it's kind of, I think it's one of those, because it's so firm. This is like firmness, compared to the. This is very similar to the Balls Advantage board. Very, very hard board, but that's done a really good job. If you remember the last video, you'd remember how beat up some of the other boards were. All the boards today have done really, really well. So I'm gonna have to have a think and go through, and I'll let you know my order 1 to 8 from all 8 of the boards that we've tested in these 2 videos, and let you know how they rank on out-of-box appearance, firmness, wear test with the rough point, and the wear test with the smooth point. So yeah, let me go work that out and I'll let you know my thoughts. Okay, so dartboards. Now, when it comes to the out-of-the-box appearance, I've ordered these in the order of number 1, the Unicorn HD2 board come out the best. Number 2, the Balls Advantage. Number 3, the Winmau Blade 5. Number 4, the 180 Gladiator 3 Plus. Number 5 was the Shot Bandit Duro. Number 6 I put as the Target Pro Tour. Number 7 was the Mission Samurai. Number 8 was the Data Dart Elite. So if you like a good looking board straight out of the box, that's going to be your order to buy your boards in. But that's obviously not everything. So Firmness, the firmness of the boards. The Balls Advantage was my firmest board in my opinion, followed by the Shot Bandit Duro, then the Target Pro Tour, then the 180 Gladiator 3 Plus, then the Mission Samurai 2, then the Data Dart Elite, then the Blade 5 Dual Core, and then the Unicorn HD2. That's the firmness, so firm being number 1, soft being number 8. The wear test with the rough points. The best performing in my opinion was the Mission Samurai 2. And then after that, it was the Shot Bandit Duro, then the 180 Gladiator 3, then the Data Dart Elite. After that was the Target Pro Tour, and then the Balls Advantage, and then the Winmau Blade 5 Dual Core, and then the Unicorn HD2. So if you're going to use rough points, that's your order. And now onto the wear test for the smooth points. Number 1, I've given it to the Unicorn HD2. Number 2 is the Winmau Blade 5 Dual Core. Number 3 is the 180 Gladiator 3. Number 4 is the Balls Advantage 5.0. Number 5 is the Mission Samurai 2. Number 6 was the Target Pro Tour. Number 7 was the Data Dart Elite. And the number 8 board was the Shot Bandit Duro. So those are all the boards and the ways that I've tested them. Now the question you all want to know is, what board should you buy next? Now they're all good boards, they all have their reasonings behind them and stuff, but there's 2 clear price ranges. So you've got like the £30 to £40 dartboard, which are going to be the Target Pro Tour dartboard, the 180 Gladiator 3, the Mission Samurai 2, and the Data Dart Elite. Out of those 4 boards, I would say go for either, I wouldn't go for the Data Dart Elite board, so rule them out. After that, out of box appearance, I mean, the Gladiator 3 was probably the best looking one. I'd say go for the Gladiator 3. I'd say out of those boards, if you want a board that's going to be around 40 quid, go for the Gladiator 3. That is a very good dartboard. Very impressed by that actually. It's done really well. And then you've got the more expensive board. So you've got the Shot Bandit Duro, which was like £75. You've got the Balls Advantage, which is like an £80 board, the Winmau Blade 5, which is a £55 board, and the Unicorn HD2, which is a £75 board. Out of those boards, I think it's quite obvious to me that you want to go with the Blade 5. It's the cheaper one of the 4. It does perform the best. It's a little bit soft. It's a little bit on the soft side. I had a problem with my points. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but on my dart points I have these little rings, and because the board is so soft, the darts go in really far and then the wires just destroy them and take chunks out of them. So I had to stop using them. But other than that, Blade 5 dual core dartboard, very good board. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I am very impressed by how little damage these boards took, so I can reuse these now as well. I haven't got to worry about trying to pull out the little fibers and stuff like I did in the last video. But yeah, that's my video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your favourite board in the comment section below. And yeah, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.